all you cool cats and kittens. This is your friend, Mr. Guzman. This is Mr. Guzman's Art Studio. This is week number 3. Now, right now, we're doing 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students, okay? We already did kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd, and that's the video that was right before this. And what we drew was a tiger. Tigers are all over the news right now. There's TV shows and movies about tigers. So with kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd, we drew a very simple tiger design like this, and we did it very symmetrically, which means whatever is on the right, the same exact thing is also going on the left. So for kindergartners, they might have gone ahead and colored him traditionally. Orange, a little bit of yellow around the face, and the black stripes, okay? As we moved up to 2nd grade, maybe they decided they wanted to color their tiger a little bit differently. Anyone who knows anything about Masters of the Universe or He-Man knows that He-Man rode around on Battle Cat, who was a big green tiger with big old yellow stripes, okay? And then there is a TV show that some people watch that has become quite popular lately called The Tiger King, and this was just me being funny. So I wanted the 3rd graders to add a neck and shoulders and maybe a hat of some kind, some sort of clothing, just to show a tiger in more of a human pose. So we'll go ahead and get that off of there. That's not what we're going to do. We are going to do the basics of the tiger's head. It's still going to be symmetrical, which means whatever's on the right is also on the left. We're going to go ahead and draw our tiger right here, but we're going to add some African flair to this. We're going to make this look kind of like a mosaic. It's going to look awesome. Here we go. We're going to get started right here in the middle. Get out a piece of white paper, colored pencils, markers, crayons, whatever it is you've got. A French fry dipped in ketchup if you want, a wise man once said. We'll go right here in the middle, and we're going to start with a straight line across for the top of the tiger's head. We'll go right here and knock out the ears, the orejas, the ears, all right? We'll go here on the sides of the head, out at an angle like that and like that. Okay. Down here in the middle, we're going to go ahead and get the tiger's chin. That way we know where to come down with the sides of the head. So I'll go like this and bring it right down to there. And then I'll do the same thing over on the other side. Remember, even for you older kids, if Mr. Guzman's going too fast, you are allowed to slow that video down, stop the video, pause it, rewind, watch it again. That's all fine. We're going to go ahead and get his nariz now. Now that we've got the cabeza, the head done, we're going to go right here and get the nariz. The nariz goes around, across just like that, nice and straight. And we will treat it like the shape that we know that it is. A tiger's nose is a triangle, just like that. We'll come back and do some details later, but we need to get, there's the little cleft line right underneath the nose, and then boom like this, and boom like this. All right? I hope those lines don't look too wavy. We'll go ahead and get his big old dientes, his big old teeth. There's his big old teeth. And we're going to go ahead next, and because this is symmetrical, those little dots right there that signify the whiskers, I'll do one on the left, and I have to do one that matches it perfectly on the right. I'll go ahead and knock another one here and here. Since I've got 3 over here, it means I need to put 3 over on this side. And make them symmetrical, make this look really, really cool. I'm going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to bring up the bridge of the nose right up over the nose itself. So this is the nose, and then this is the bridge of the nose, okay? Right before a tiger starts to roar, he closes his eyes really tight as he opens his mouth. So we're going to go ahead and show that we know that and make his eyes look like he is scrunching them nice and tight. He is about to roar really big. All right? Just bringing some of these lines out there like that. All right? Now that looks good. Maybe if I made a line a little too long, you wipe that down a little bit. Now it's time for the stripes. I'm going to go ahead and get a stripe on this ear and a stripe over on this ear. Remember, do it symmetrically, which means whatever's on one side, do it the same on the other. I'm going to go right here in the middle and get a stripe in the center, and then I know I need to do one on the left and one just like it over on the right. Okay, maybe we can get some stripes going on here and here. And there we are. Very cool. Very, very cool. One of the details that we didn't do before is on that nose itself. We're going to give it more of an African feel to it by putting a stylized design of these concentric triangles that go inward upon themselves. Okay? So that just gives it more of a style, more of a pattern to it. And you're going to see some patterns because now we're going to do 2 different rows of a border that goes around this tiger's head. So we'll start with that first line we did. The first line we did was right there, and we're going to go ahead and duplicate that line. We're going to go and copy it. You would call that mimicking. And I'm going to mimic right around that ear. I'll mimic right alongside here. And whatever I already did, I'm going to go back and do it again and bring that right on down. I'm making a cool looking border that goes all the way around our tiger's head. Just like that. Bring it around, bring it around. And there we are. You can go ahead and give him a second border if you want. Lots of students I see online, they like to do 2 or 3 borders. So if you want to do more than 1 border, be my guest. Go ahead and grab that. And then that last one for that ear. Some of you overachievers, I'm not going to name names, but I can see some of you wanting to do 5 or 6 borders. Go right ahead. The reason for the borders is because we're going to divide the borders up into all these little bricks. All right. And you can go all the way around and divide that up into bricks. Maybe you do that on the bottom row. Maybe on this row that's inside, that's closest to the tiger's head. Maybe in here, you want to do up and down like that. And do that all the way around. You are the boss of this, not Mr. Guzman. You are the one that runs the show. I'll show you how to get started, but now I'm letting go of the bike and you're riding it on your own. So show me what's going on there. And now is the cool part. We're going to move over to my drawing table. And we've got all the crayons out. We've got all the markers out, whatever it is that you want to use. And we're going to get started. I'm going to go ahead and grab my black crayon because I want to get the stripes. So I've got right here exactly what we just drew together over there. I'll go ahead and get started coloring in these stripes. Color them in nice and even. You don't have to press down too hard. You can if you want. You're the boss. I always say in the art classroom, don't push down too hard. We know you're strong. You don't have to prove it with your crayons. Do your best to stay inside those lines. Do a better job than Mr. Guzman just did. Why? I just went right outside my lines right there. No big deal. All right. Now we know that the nose is nice and dark too. So while I've got my black crayon, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of designing and coloring here on the nose. And I'm not going to do the whole nose dark, but I'm going to put that little inside part dark too. Next, I'll go ahead and grab my brown crayon because I want to show that part as brown. All right. Maybe some yellow. Maybe I want to show some yellow right here in these areas. Okay. While I've got that dark crayon in my hand, we need to go ahead and color in those whisker spots. All right. And then the coloring of the tiger himself. We can always start with some orange for the bridge of the nose. You can work that orange around the eyes. Up inside here, of course. And you're coloring those ears. So don't worry about the borders yet. Just get the tiger's face colored in first. So we'll just knock this part out first. And again, you can slow the video down if Mr. Guzman's going too fast. I see some of you guys color though in class. You guys color really fast sometimes. All right. Remember, this is for grades 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Some of you overachieving second graders might want to jump in this too, though. That's up to you. I don't like to take the coloring too far down on the chin because right around the mouth on a lot of tigers, the fur is white. So I like to leave that alone. So you can take more time than Mr. Guzman did there and even those tones out. But we're going to move on to the borders. So you go ahead and find a couple of colors that you like. I'm going to go ahead and go with a red and a maybe a purple. And I'm going to go and get started coloring this border. So I'll go red and then I'll switch over to my next color, which is a purple. And then I think you know the drill. Keep going. You're working on a pattern that goes all the way around your tiger's head. And you're going to switch back and forth between your two colors. And your colors might be green and blue. They might not be red and purple like mine was. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and show you what one could look like after it's finished. So what I did was I went ahead and I did 2 borders, just like you guys did. And when I got to the border, one of the borders I divided with a little line that went sideways, that went diagonally across. So then this one I colored green, this one I colored black and red, okay? So for you 5th graders, and even some of you, I know some 6th and 7th graders out there are watching this video too. You're more than welcome to hang out with us. And I divided those up a little bit differently to make them a little more interesting, okay? You'll notice that the way I colored my stripes, I even gave my stripes a border and colored this one black with a brown stripe and this one brown with a black stripe and alternated that all the way around. I used lots of interesting colors. Some of the colors might appear to be African colors. Some of them might appear to be Native American or Mexican colors. They could be Asian colors. They could be American colors. You are the boss of this picture, not me. So there we have our 3rd, 4th, and 5th tiger drawing. I'll move back on over to the easel here, the drawing board, and that's what we've got today, guys. I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I know you're subscribing to all these crazy wacko YouTube channels. Subscribe to Mr. Guzman's Art Studio. Also, this video is going to be dropped down in your classroom's dojo. So, and I know you guys know how to do that. So we worked that out earlier today. So it's going to be on YouTube and on dojo. It'll be all over Facebook as well. All I ask is that you try and that you draw something every single week. This one is not all that hard for you. As you get up to 4th and 5th grade, there's going to be more steps, but nothing you can't handle. Okay? So, this has been your friend, Mr. Guzman. This is Mr. Guzman's Art Studio. We will see you next week for week 4. Can't wait to hang out with you. See you soon. Bye.